Howdy folks, Brother Jim reporting here. Holy crap, a new media low. Daily Mail blames Trump for New Zealand terror attack on US page, but not on the UK page. We need to brainwash America more than the UK, because we've got UK where we want them now. You know, it's amazing. It's too bad that Donald Trump is not a minor like Nick Sandmann. When the heck is Donald Trump gonna sue these people for slander? The Daily Mail blamed President Trump for the New Zealand terror attack on their US homepage, but they omitted the non-existent Trump connection on their UK page. Let's see. In other words, they're in line. The Daily Mail of UK is in line with Islam and Iranian Zarif. Ahmad, I believe his name was, who said the exact same thing. Just 2 videos ago, I reported it. That shows you how many people are lined up with Islam. How many companies? On Friday, a crazed shooter attacked 2 mosques in Christchurch and murdered over 45 Muslims. The shooter left a 74-page manifesto where Trump turns up one and only one time. Here is the one Trump reference from the killer's manifesto. Where are you, a supporter of Donald Trump? As a symbol of renewed white identity and common purpose? Sure. As a policymaker and leader? Dear God, no. Who knows? It's probably a false flag. Who knows? It probably is. It could be just like the guy driving around in Florida with the van that was coated with all kinds of Trump stickers, then found out that he was a leftist nutball, always a Democrat, and within the last couple months decided to turn into a Republican. Big fat liar. Despite this, the Daily Mail wasted no time blaming President Trump for the terror attack. I guess the media never learns anything from the Nick Sandmann lawsuit, huh? No, they don't, because they got trillions of dollars to blow. But the UK Daily Mail page does not blame Trump. As it says right here, 49 worshippers are slaughtered and dozens injured at 2 New Zealand mosques after Trump-supporting white supremacist opens fire. But the UK doesn't say it in the UK. After white supremacist opens fire. This is how the Daily Mail stokes Trump hatred in the U.S. It posts different headlines to ramp up the political division in the United States. This is horrible, and the UK Daily Mail just got caught. Next up, justice for Swedish women. Record number of rapes in Sweden, only 7.4% of cases solved. By Peter Emanuel Wellson, more commonly known as Peter Sweden, last year saw a record number of reported rapes in Sweden. According to the latest statistics, a whopping 7.840 rapes were reported, which is a dramatic 8% increase from the year before. Almost half of the victims are children ages 0 to 17 years old. Those are women? They're children. There was a catastrophic increase in child rapes in Sweden from the year 2017 to 18, which saw a 13% increase. According to the Spectator Index, Sweden has the second highest number of reported rapes per capita in the world, coming in after South Africa. But as the number of rapes are reaching new record levels, the number of solved cases have decreased. According to new research done by publicly founded Uppdrag Granskning, the number of solved rape cases has gone down from 11.4% in 2014 to a mere 7.4% in the first half of 2018. This might explain why in some areas 47% of women are afraid of walking outside alone at night. You think? Less than 1 in 10 reported rapes against women aged over 15 years old lead to prosecution. What makes this even more shocking is that it turns out that in many cases, the suspect isn't even questioned by police before the investigation is closed. For example, in the municipality of Karlskrona, 40% of rape cases were closed without the suspect even being questioned. Back in 2017, it's just like Iraq now, and Syria, and you know, all the Muslim countries, isn't it? Back in 2017, Swedish police told a journalist that they have so many rape cases they are dealing with that they don't even have time to solve cases where 3-year-old children were raped. Predictable, Pelosi and Schumer will both speak at AIPAC and pretend Democrats support Jews in Israel. last week, and nasty Nancy Pelosi and the Socialist Democrats failed to condemn the anti-Semitic words of outgoing Democrat freshman Representative Omar. Instead of condemning the anti-Semitic attacks by Omar, the Democrats passed a bland condemnation of hatred of any type. Even worse, Speaker Pelosi allowed Ilhan to edit the statement before it was passed. In the past several years, the Democrat Party has gone from a staunch supporters of Israel and the Jewish community to the party that boos Israel and God at their convention. Next week, Democratic leaders Pelosi and Chuck Schumer will address AIPAC, America's pro-Israel lobby, to speak. Democrats have become the socialist, Islamic, radical, jihadist, terrorist party of America. That's right. That's exactly what I said. No doubt Pelosi will pretend her caucus supports Israel. These people have no shame. Smile at the face of Islam. Dr. Jackson Costco has ties to Dianne Feinstein, possessed Senate data, and now the DOJ may hide details of breach. Last October, Capitol Police arrested 27-year-old Jackson Costco of D.C. for allegedly posting private identifying information or doxing about one or more United States senators. Jackson Costco was charged with making public restricted personal information, witness tampering, threats in interstate communications, unauthorized access of a government computer, second-degree burglary, and unlawful entry. Jackson Costco even threatened a political aide who caught him, quote, "I own everything. If you tell anyone, I leak it all. Emails, Signal, conversations, Gmails." Many Republicans on the Senate Judiciary had their home addresses and phone numbers published on their Wikipedia pages last year during the Kavanaugh confirmation hearings. I bet it wasn't any of the rhinos. Shortly after, Lindsey Graham went off on Senate Democrats for destroying Kavanaugh's life in order to derail his confirmation. Republicans were doxxed. The victims included Republican Senators Mike Lee, Orrin Hatch of Utah, and Lindsey Graham. Democrat Jackson Costco was a cybersecurity graduate student, according to his LinkedIn page, and apparently comes from a very wealthy and politically connected family with ties to Senator Dianne Feinstein. Because of Jackson Costco's elite family status and wealth, Democrat connections, and special treatment by DOJ prosecutors, the American public may never know the truth. According to investigative reporter Luke Rosiak, Jackson Costco was in possession of troves of information, including Senate data, so his threats certainly did not seem like a bluff. However, government prosecutors signaled this week that they may give Costco a plea deal that would prevent the details of the case from being made public. The Daily Caller reports the suspect's father, Greg Costco, is the CEO of Hathaway Dinwiddie, a massive construction company that built a university building named after Feinstein's husband. He serves on the board of San Francisco State University alongside Willie Brown, the California politician who slept with Kamala Harris, who said he helped make the career of California's other Democratic Senator Kamala Harris with an illicit affair. As former chairman of the San Francisco Chamber of Commerce, Greg Costco hobnobbed with then House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi, Feinstein, and others. The elder Costco's adult son appears to have made inroads in Washington via an internship with Feinstein. Jackson Costco appeared to have absconded with vast troves of data months before the confirmation hearing, and even allegedly had Senate letterhead. Even after he was caught, he continued to make threats, Hogan said. At December and January court dates, Hogan barred the Daily Caller News Foundation from the courtroom as lengthy proceedings went on, even though Costco's mother was allowed to stay. The judge assured that what was said would become public eventually. But this week, prosecutors said they intend to resolve the case with a plea deal, likely shielding the extent of the alleged breach of the Senate forever. They canceled a court date set for Thursday, writing, the parties are in discussions to resolve the case and require additional time for that purpose. Asked if that meant the evidence of major crimes discussed behind closed doors would never be unsealed, prosecutor Tejpal S. Chawla said, "We'll see." You can read the full report here at Daily Caller. Luke Rosiak says Feinstein gave an internship to the son of wealthy donor, number one. 2, Then he got hired as Senate IT guy despite felony. 3. Fired, then hired back again. 4. Hacked and blackmailed Congress. 5. Facing major charges. 6. Mama used the money to get him out of jail. 7. DOJ plans plea deal to hide facts. The same thing, different day, huh? Thank you for listening. Let me be serious with you. I would rather that you donate to my ministry directly. I cannot survive financially to keep this ministry and news service going without your help. And we all know their plans to shut me down again. But many of you would like to receive a gift or product as a token of my appreciation. And I don't blame you. Isn't it about time Uncle Sam started paying you instead of you paying him? It is about time. The federal government pays you your rent check. The government rents out thousands of buildings instead of buying them every year. This is all funded by the current $11.1 billion building fund in our budget. Get your free federal rent check today. Sign up with the Federal Millionaire information here down below. Become a shareholder to receive federal rent checks for life by making a one-time investment as a shareholder. An IRS ruling declares this to be totally legal. This is no joke, no scam, and been for many years. The longer your name is on the distribution list, the larger your federal rent check grows. As inflation rises along with real estate, the government pays you more every year. Starting out as little as $1,800 a month would be your rent check. Wouldn't that be nice to receive every month a rent check like that? The federal government continues to raise your income as inflation rises. This puts an end to retiring with a fixed income that leaves you going broke as you get older. This will put a major dent in those people who hate their home taxes going up every year, wouldn't it? And folks, the price for this valuable information will cost you only $39 a year or $79 for a 2-year membership. Sign up today.